You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show.
Go and be of service to others in some way. Go and volunteer at a soup kitchen for one day, one afternoon. It's all you need to do once. Because the moment you do that once and you see people that are in way more pain than you, that starts to make you think about how much pain you're really in. What pain are you really in here? Are we having a pity party? You know, depression's an illness, da-da-da-da-da. But you can come out of depression with a few different tools, okay? And number one is realizing how bad your life is versus people who have got a really bad life. And that's what the journey into learning about human trafficking taught me. I met somebody, and this one woman changed my life. This one woman, Maria Conceição, literally changed everything. What she had done for these children in Bangladesh fascinated me. But until I met the girls, it was a story. And I was like, wow, wow, wow. And then she said, would you like to meet them? And I met them, and I met 12 girls between the age of 8 and 12 years old in a shopping mall. They came up, they gave me a bit of a hug and said hi. And I'm like, right, Maria, let's take these kids for some ice cream, shall we? And she said, ew, ice cream. I was like, yeah, ice cream, yeah. She said, they've never had ice cream, Sven. Maybe it's not the right thing to feed them right now. I was like, what? She said, they've never had ice cream. And just as you pull that face, that was my face. So we then went and we took them to the fun fair. They'd never been to a fun fair. We took them on the fun fair in the shopping mall, in the top of the shopping mall, and the rides they went on, and their faces were beaming. And I got on some of the rides with them because they were scared to get on them, and none of them were scary, but they were scared to get on them. And we did these rides together, and they were on these machines where you play the games and you're collecting these tokens coming out, these tickets coming out. You want to see their faces. Oh my God, this machine gives me things. And they're like counting, and they're all crowding around. It's like, oh, what do I? You can swap this for one sweet. You know, it didn't matter. You know, that fascinated me. Then I put a post out on Instagram while I was in the shopping mall saying, is anybody free for the next 2 hours? I've got these kids. I need someone to help me. Okay. And one guy I know who is the owner of a real estate brokerage in Dubai. His name is Loai. The company's called Provident Real Estate. He messaged me. He said, what do you need? I said, I need 2 hours. I'm really sorry to trouble you. You know, don't worry if you can't do it. He said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he dropped everything and came. And I introduced Loai to these kids, and he was just beautiful with them. It was remarkable watching his interactions with them. And then we went to the supermarket, the Carrefour, and we got 4 trolleys, and Loai got 2 and I got 2, and we said to Maria, what do these kids need? And she said, they need everything. And I'm like, what do you mean? She said, they need everything. I'm like, what's that mean? She said, everything. And so we went, and I said to the girls, right, get some sneakers, get some pajamas, get some underwear, you know whatever. Girl products, you know, sanitary towels, that kind of stuff. And then I saw them hanging around the hair clips. I was just hanging around these hair clips, and then the hair clips with butterflies on and cherries on, little hair clips. And they were just staring at them. I'm like, do you want the hair clips? And they're like, can we have it? I'm like, get the hair clips for goodness sake. Of course you can have them. And we had this experience just buying them everything they needed in this store. And we went to pay, and as we went to pay, Loai's like, I'm paying. And I'm like, no, I'm paying. He's like, no, I'm paying. He said, you brought me so much joy today, Spencer, at least let me do this. And it really moved me. And then from that moment onwards, I had a mission to want to try and let them experience less suffering. Let them be in less pain than they'd been. You know, these girls in Bangladesh, when they're 12 years old and they have their first period, they can be married to men that are 30 years old. And they have no choice. They live in the slums. They have no choice. And I don't want that. I want them to have a future. And the small part I've played in their lives, they don't realize the massive part they played in mine. And we're still very close now, and we see them, you know, because whenever I see them, they're like the single best antidepressant. Whatever the pills were in the 60s, the uppers and downers, let's say the upper, they're an upper for me. I see them and I have my lunch with them or my dinner with them. Whenever I see them, we go to a little cafe, whatever they want. And it's like an injection that goes in and gives me this boost of gratitude. And it taught me, I always thought gratitude was woo-woo.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't like woo-woo. I hate all the woo-woo nonsense. I hate the woo-woo bullshit. I hate the LGBTQ bullshit and nonsense. I hate all this non-binary bollocks. It's just that I hate all that crap. Okay, I care about is real, and so I learned that they allowed me to experience gratitude, and so then I learned that I had to focus on gratitude to heal. And by remembering that I was grateful, it reminded me not to focus on why I wasn't. And that was just my way of managing that process.
Wow. Now, a lot of people have massively eye-opening experiences like this, Spencer, but not everyone goes on to make it their life mission. I know loads of people have done volunteering and they have a great 2 weeks volunteering and then they come back to the real world. How did you feel going back to your real world after that experience?
My real world was dark. So my real world compared to theirs was joy. So they'd been in pain, suffering, but they smiled. There was joy. Mine was dark. So going back to my real world was actually, that was more worrying. And if you bear in mind the levels of financial difference here, you have kids from the slums that have nothing. And I mean nothing apart from the bodies they stand in. And you have me that has this wealth. Yet I was the poorest by miles. By miles. And so I needed to be with them because they were the rich ones. I needed that to rub off on me.